What's going on, guys? This is Brad with Despite Fitness, and as you can tell, things are not normal. It's kind of dark out and I'm in uniform. What could that mean? It means normal kind of Army fun stuff. So speaking of Army fun stuff, we get to fall out of an aircraft today. It'll be exciting. So we got an airborne op today. It's going to be UH-60s, which is a Black Hawk. So I will kind of catch this, and hopefully you guys will be able to see kind of what's going on. I don't know how much I'll be able to record in whatever of what's going on, but you'll actually be able to see the drop. So I'm lift 5, and there'll be two aircraft, 4 jumpers per door, so 8 jumpers total per aircraft, 16 total per lift. So I'll be somewhere in that 5th lift. I think it'll end up being pretty obvious which jumper I am. But yeah, do something a little bit different. Some army stuff. Yeah. It's too early for this shit. It's like 6:44 and I've been awake since 5 and I hate it. But whatever. So hopefully you guys like this video a little bit different than pretty much everything else. And you know, just a little army stuff. Don't say that. All right. Anyway, that's it. We're just gonna kind of fast forward to getting out to the DZ, because there isn't much to capture here. It's just a bunch of standing around. So wait for more action. Here we go.
What were you, 2nd or 3rd? Okay, Panky.
Yeah! Survived it. Yeah, so yeah, got the jumps good. I know, you know, there's probably some gaps in there, right? So if you're not familiar with airborne operations, there's many things that kind of went on. We really just kind of jumped from like getting ready to go to the final manifest to well, right to me jumping. And you know, maybe I've been better to catch more of it, but you know, truth be told, I'm not exactly sure. Like, you know, with everything that was going on, there's a lot to think about. So just kind of like staying focused on what it is that I'm actually there to do is a little bit more important than capturing every movement, right? But we go through and we do initial manifest. So this was yesterday. Initial manifest to make sure you know who's going to be jumping, and then get in chalk order, you know, at least generally, so that have a rough idea about where you're going to be. And then we go through basically airborne operations, right? So
We talk about the points of performance for actions in the air, and then go through emergency landings and things like that. So basically just kind of rehearse things that we're supposed to do, and potentially things that could go wrong, or what we need to do in the event that things go wrong. Then we go through and do our PLFs, which is a parachute landing fall PLF, and just practice making sure that we fall the right way, because PLF is important, because if you don't fall the right way, you don't dissipate energy, and you can get hurt pretty significantly. Do that, and then that's basically done for the day. Then this morning kicked in for final manifest, which is basically, you know, as people shuffle around, maybe a few people dropped off. We just want to make sure that everyone that's going to jump is there and everyone's accounted for. And then moved out to the DZ, which is the drop zone. And today was a bit of a weird day because we had to wait around for quite a while for the weather to cooperate with us. Initially, there was an issue with another range, a separate range that was going on, was an artillery range, and the artillery overshot their lane, and there was some threat that the round may have impacted near or on our DZ, our drop zone. So we had to wait for range control to give us clear that the DZ was okay. So we waited for that, and then of course weather-wise, there was a lot of cloud cover, and so the ceiling was too low. We were trying to jump at I think 1,600 feet was where we were supposed to be jumping at, and the cloud cover was at about 13. But luckily, right around noon, it began to clear and opened up for us, and we were able to start moving. And so from there, like, things just moved super fast. You know, we'd already grabbed chutes and everything, you know, earlier, but everything was just kind of standing by, waiting for the weather call. But once weather came, like, it was just like boom. So getting kitted up and donning our chutes and all that stuff, that happened pretty fast. And again, you know, wasn't sure about capturing all that, especially with the pace at which things were moving. So it's just better to play safe than sorry, and cause additional problems by bringing a camera and talking and whatever on else. So that's why we're kind of catching up on the backside here, so you kind of get an idea of how things went. So I ended up being lift 5. Some things moved around in terms of jumpers and whatever. And so originally I was supposed to be lift 5, the first bird, the last jumper. But because some things were happening, they lost jumpers off of certain chucks before us, so they moved jumpers up. So instead of being the last jumper on the first bird, I ended up being the 3rd jumper on the first bird. But then my bird, for whatever reason in the air, needed to take an additional pass. I don't know what happened. I didn't hear what the air crew was talking about or what went on, but we had to do an additional track and come back around. So I ended up being the 2nd pass, 3rd jumper, which was pretty cool. And then, you know, as you can see, it came down pretty quick. Landing was great. It was one of the best landings I think I've ever had. The ground was, you know, soft. It had been raining recently, so the ground's not super baked hard and all that stuff. So it's good. And then just the long walk off the DZ is probably like one of the worst parts. But yeah, that's it, guys. I just want to kind of go through and talk about a little bit about what happens, just so, you know, you guys get an idea if you aren't familiar with how jumps go. If you guys have any questions, comments, or concerns, drop in the chat box below. I will respond. I appreciate you guys continuing to support me with the various things that I do. Hopefully this is a little bit of a different video that you guys will enjoy, and give it a thumbs up, and that'd be pretty cool. I want to thank all my subscribers for being here with the channel and helping us be what we are today. And if you haven't joined the channel yet, I wish that you would. And remember, guys, no matter what it is you think you can't do, like, I don't know, maybe something you're afraid of, like jump out of aircraft or whatever, something. It's never going to happen if you don't get in and train to spite. You're either going to find an excuse, you're going to find a way. And I hope that you guys continue to find the way. Thanks for checking this one out, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace.
Peace. Blah. Blah.